Hey everybody, how's it going? It's been a couple years since my last game room tour, so I thought I'd take some time and show you guys around. Some things have changed. I started collecting VHS, DVDs, among some other things. So first we'll take a quick pan around and then we'll talk about some stuff a little closer. This room is a 8x8 like 30, which I like because you can kind of walk in and see everything at the same time. Alright, so might as well start right here. This is my favorite thing to collect is NES games. Got a few in-box games here. There's also some Japanese N64 games and Famicom games I started getting into. Just added some shelves to display my figures a little nicer. I got some good titles, a lot of my favorites that I kept. I just started getting into like collecting again because I stopped for like probably about a year. So it definitely feels good to be adding to the collection. I currently have a little over 1,700 games. Super Nintendo. Once again, got some pretty solid titles. And I also have a good amount of Super Famicom games. N64, and also some Japanese N64 games. Down here I have just an empty case for N64 games, which I'll be filling up soon, and then some Texas Instrument games. One of the favorite things in my collection is my Super Mario telephone. That is complete in box. I just think it's pretty unique and pretty cool. I hung up a bunch of Nintendo Power Magazine posters once I got the magazines. Some Atari 5200 games up there. This is where I'm keeping my PS4 and PS5 games for now, and some of my newer stuff. I definitely collect more for the PS4 and PS5 than anything else, because I use that a lot more on my Xbox. Some Switch games, a few Wii U games. I don't currently have a Wii U anymore. And then also GameCube, which this is all stuff I picked up locally. I usually don't buy stuff online. It's just all deals I run into either on Facebook or at yard sales. Right here, I got a little bit of PSP games, some 3DS, DS games, and then it's also a whole nother thing of DS games. Over here is just some of my systems that I have right now. I have other ones that aren't set up yet, but these are the ones I can get to pretty easily. My TurboGrafx 16, my GameCube, Super Famicom, my Super Nintendo, and 64, Dreamcast, Tiger Hyperscan, Atari 2600, Famicom Mini. It's not an actual one. I do want to get one. And then Xbox 360, Xbox One. I got a lot of stuff upstairs too. Like I got my PS5 up there. I got a couple Xbox Ones up there, a PS2, another NES. Down here, in this cabinet is my Sega Master System. It's got the gun and everything in there. It's a pretty nice little display cabinet. NES, Sega Genesis. There's a Sega Genesis Model 1 there. And PS2 Fat. Of course, the old CRT TV. Urkel right there. Right here is kind of my Final Fantasy collection. One day I keep telling myself I'm really going to get into these games. Like I like them, I just haven't really sat down and put in the time that they deserve. So that's kind of why I keep that there. It's a nice reminder to sit down and actually play them. A little bit of trading cards and Nintendo tattoos. That's pretty sweet. And right here is kind of my horror stuff on top. Some Fangoria magazines. Those are awesome. 2 Nightmare on Elm Street collection DVDs. Vintage Freddy mask from like 1980 something. Old figure. The old glove too. Boglin. VHS, Atari 5200 complete in box, some other stuff there. And down here is my very small PS1 collection. But there is games in the back too. But I got some pretty solid titles, games that I actually will want to play for the most part. I'm a big fan of Disney games. So I got a few of them. I'm not sure where they are right here, but and some PS2 games. That's full in the back as well. Some pretty good titles and more PS2. A tiny bit of PS3 games. But yeah, I got some loose discs and stuff there. And right here is just a bunch of DVDs. These are all there's 2 rows deep, which is kind of a theme in here because I don't have a ton of space. Pretty good DVD collection. And over here is some VHS. I kind of went crazy with the VHS, picking up some big lots when I can. A couple ones I think are funny. Super Stomachs, becoming an ultimate Pokemon master. Yeah, this is a couple rows deep. I don't even know how many is here, but a lot of good titles. Then under here is where I got all my Game Boy stuff right now. Also a few Game Gear games. A couple Wiis. I got another couple Wiis upstairs. In here is a whole bunch of loose games. It's pretty good stuff. But I'm not much of a handheld guy. The kids mostly play those. I'd rather sit down in front of the TV. In here, I got some sealed games up top there. And it's just all my loose wires and stuff that I keep. They're all in these 2 bins. And I got some records down here. Also some laser discs. And some magazines. Nintendo Powers, of course. The laser discs, which are really awesome. More records. These are all like the extra systems I have right now. I kind of just keep buying them. Like if I buy a lot of stuff, I'll kind of pick up everything. And I haven't really done anything with the extra consoles or anything, so that's what I end up with. But it's good to have extras, I guess. And eventually I'll probably do something, either trade for stuff I want or whatever. Pretty big into Fortnite with the family, so got some figures of that. A couple Ataris and a television, PS4, PS3, another TurboGrafx. This is my favorite set right here, the Nintendo Action Set. It's the same one I had as a kid. Game Boy case, some other random stuff up top, NES Advantage. We got some Ninja Turtle stuff, a couple Switches in the box. PS2, PS3, Genesis, Master System, ColecoVision, Commodore 64. I got 2 N64s in the box. The Victor Max, which I got a video on. It's pretty bad, but it was cool to try out. I got a little display thing over here, projector, books and stuff. More VHS, a lot of horror stuff. I got my dad's cassette collection recently, which is really awesome. That's 3 rows deep. All my handhelds, Game Boy Advances, Game Boy Color, you know, all the typical stuff. Got the Zelda shell on that Game Boy SP. And yeah, that's the picture of me holding up my action set when I was little, so that's pretty awesome to have. A couple of Mario DVDs, a few games that are sealed. And over here, we got some more horror VHS, Three Stooges VHS. A lot more horror over here. Down here, I got a whole bunch of Star Trek VHS, which I do like Star Trek better than Star Wars for some reason, so eventually I plan on watching a bunch of them. Some Muscle Men, ColecoVision, then 2 of my favorite VHS tapes right there, Captain N and Mario Bros. Movie, which I always loved as a kid. Posters and stuff. Christmas Vacation, which is my favorite Christmas movie. Over here we'll get into some games. I only have a very small Xbox One collection. Here's all my 360 games. Pretty solid collection of them. I think what I have the most of right now is original Xbox, which is kind of funny because I don't actually have an original Xbox right now, but I got these in a big lot and I couldn't really pass them up, and it's something I've always wanted to collect, so happy to have them. I think I got a little over 200 original Xbox games. Futurama right there. That's actually a really fun one. And these stacks of cases is just a little bit of Sega Saturn and Sega CD. And Master System, which is something I've been getting into a lot more recently, which I absolutely love. Genesis collection. Genesis is another one of my favorite systems. These box games are 2 rows deep. As I said before, I love the Disney games. And Alien Storm, Cool Spot's one of my favorites. So many good games on Genesis. And just some other games. Some of these are repros. I bought a big lot of like repro games a while ago, but hey, nothing wrong with that. And that is, I think, 3 rows deep. Up top here, I have some Intellivision games, and then all of my Atari games, which that is, I think, 2 or 3 rows deep as well. I do like Atari because I grew up with it. My grandmother used to have it, so it's pretty fun getting all these classic games back and sitting down playing some Atari with the kids. And I set up this little TV over here just for fun. Very small. I hooked up the PS1 to it. I had a very small Wii collection. I had a lot more, but I just kind of got rid of them because I knew a lot of them I would never play. And right here is a little Ninja Turtles and Micro Machines section. So I got some Fortnite cards there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, I want to thank you guys for checking out the game room, and there'll be more videos to come soon. Have a good one. Bye.